My name is Rachel, and I'm a 33-year-old housewife. My husband, Adam, and I have been married for 4 years, but we haven't had a child yet. We're currently undergoing fertility treatment, but so far, we've struggled to conceive. One chilly winter day, as I was returning from the grocery store, I noticed a little girl, someone I'd never seen before, crouched in front of my house. She wasn't wearing a coat, despite the freezing weather. Concerned, I approached her. "Hello," I said gently. "Are you waiting for someone? What's your name?" "Selena," she replied softly. "Selena? That's a lovely name. Where's your mommy?" "Mommy, she went somewhere," Selena said, her voice tinged with uncertainty. "I see. Are you lost? Do you know your mommy's name?" "Mary." "Mary? Wait, do you mean me?" "Mommy told me to give you this," Selena said, handing me a crumpled piece of paper. With trembling hands, I opened the note. It contained only a few words. "Take care of this child for a while." "No way. Are you Mary's daughter?" "Mary is my older sister. She left home when she was 20, and we haven't heard from her in 17 years. She had a troubled past, often running away, getting involved with the wrong people, and causing financial problems. Our parents and I worried endlessly about her, but we never imagined she had a child." "What time did your mom say she would come back for you?" I asked, trying to hide my growing concern. "I don't know. Mommy always goes out with men I don't know and doesn't come home until morning." "What? Seriously? Okay, what about your daddy?" "I don't have a daddy." "You don't? Mommy said I should stay here with you because you're her sister." "I see," I said, my mind racing. I took Selena's hand and led her inside. She was shivering from the cold, and I couldn't help but wonder how long she'd been out there. Mary had always been selfish and irresponsible, but abandoning her child like this was beyond anything I could have imagined. My heart ached with anger and frustration, especially as Adam and I had been yearning for a child of our own. But I pushed those feelings aside for Selena's sake. I quickly turned on the stove and wrapped Selena in a warm blanket. "Are you hungry, Selena?" "Yes, I'm really hungry. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday." "You haven't eaten? Just a moment, I'll get you some food right away." I heated up some pumpkin soup I had made the day before and served it to Selena. She eagerly drank it, her eyes lighting up with delight. "This is delicious," she exclaimed, a smile spreading across her face. "I'm so glad you like it. You can have as much as you want," I said, relieved to see her enjoying the meal. Selena kept telling me how delicious the food was, almost overdoing it, and it made me feel a bit sad. It seemed like she was trying extra hard to make me feel good. I couldn't help but wonder about the kind of life she'd been living. But I didn't want to push her for answers, so instead, I focused on making sure she was well fed. I cooked her some fried chicken and an omelette with rice, and she ate everything, repeatedly saying how tasty it all was. Once she seemed completely full, I suggested that we take a bath. It was clear she hadn't bathed in a few days. Her hair was greasy and unkempt. "Selena, how about we take a bath?" I asked. "A bath?" she repeated, her face momentarily tensing up. "Do you not like taking baths?" No, I don't mind," she replied, though not convincingly. "Are you sure? Let me grab you some pajamas." I quickly went to the bedroom to find some smaller clothes for her. But when I returned to the living room, Selena was gone. Hearing the sound of running water from the kitchen, I peeked in and found her with her head under the kitchen faucet, trying to wash her hair. "What are you doing? That water is freezing. You'll catch a cold," I exclaimed. "I'm sorry," she said, looking embarrassed. "You don't have to apologize. Oh, you're freezing." I wrapped her in a blanket and led her to the bathroom. Her eyes widened in surprise. "This is amazing," she said. "What is?" "It's just like the houses I saw on TV." I realized then that Selena's home didn't have a proper bathroom. It seemed Mary had made her wash with cold tap water to save on gas money. Holding back my tears, I gently undressed Selena and helped her into the warm bath. "It's so warm. Are baths always this warm?" she asked in awe. "Yes, they are. And from now on, you can take a warm bath every day," I assured her. "Really? I'm so happy." I helped her wash up, warmed her body, and treated her hair to make it smooth and manageable again. Once she was clean and wrapped in my loungewear, we settled on the couch. Just then, Adam came home. "I'm home," he called out. "Welcome back," I replied. He noticed Selena right away. "This must be the girl you told me about. I'm so sorry. Selena, seeing Adam, shrank back in fear. It's okay, I reassured her. This is my husband, Adam. He's very kind, so you don't need to be afraid of him. I explained everything to Adam again. That's terrible, he said, shaking his head. Can she stay with us for a while? Of course. I can't believe Mary did this to her own child. After our conversation, we returned to the living room where Selena was curled up on the couch. I crouched down beside her and started speaking gently. Selena, as I mentioned earlier, this is my husband Adam. You can call him Uncle Adam. Good evening, Adam said kindly. The three of us will be living here together for a while. Is that okay with you? Is it really okay for me to stay here? She asked hesitantly. Absolutely. And after we get settled, you'll go to elementary school. I've never been to school, Selena said quietly. You've never been to school? What about kindergarten? I asked, concerned. I've never been to kindergarten because I'm no one. What do you mean by no one? Selena, being so young, didn't fully understand her situation, nor could she explain why she considered herself no one. She wasn't ready to talk about it, so I decided to let the conversation rest for now and focus on making her feel safe. The next day, I told my parents about what had happened, and they immediately came to see us. Hello, Selena. We're your grandparents, they said warmly. Grandma and Grandpa, Selena echoed, puzzled but curious. They hugged her as she began to cry. It seemed like she had never known she had grandparents, but she looked happy to discover them. Afterward, I asked my parents to watch Selena while I went to City Hall to check Mary's family register. When I reviewed it, I discovered that Mary was unmarried and there was no mention of any children. It turned out that Selena's birth had never been registered. She was, legally, a non-existent child, which explained why she'd never received an enrollment notice for school. Now I understood what Selena meant when she said she was no one. After Selena's comment about being no one, I sought help from various sources including the Child Consultation Center and the municipal office. With their support and guidance, we managed to establish a family register for Selena. Selena, guess what? You can start elementary school now, I said, beaming with joy. Thank you, she replied quietly. By then, Selena had been living with us for over a month. Despite her efforts, she remained guarded, flinching at our movements and apologizing excessively for even minor mistakes. It was clear that her past with Mary had left deep scars. Selena, you don't need to apologize so much. Uncle Adam and I will never get angry with you or hurt you, I reassured her. Really? Promise? She asked, her eyes wide with apprehension. Absolutely. I promise, I said firmly. Although Selena's wariness didn't disappear immediately, over time she began to open up more. She started to talk more and even smiled occasionally. But then, one day she said, I wonder when she will come for me. Her words struck a chord with me. Despite the way Mary had mistreated her, Selena still longed for her mother. Since Selena had come into our lives, every day had been filled with joy. We had always wanted children, and we treated Selena as our own. We hoped she would stay with us for a long time. The next day, Selena received her school enrollment invitation. I was relieved and excited that she could finally experience school life like other children. Now that we have that sorted, we need to get you ready for school, I said. We need to buy a school bag, stationery, and some new clothes. What? We're going shopping for new clothes and things? Selena asked, her eyes lighting up. Yes, we are. You'll need more comfortable clothes for school. I can help carry the bags, she offered shyly. So Selena, Adam, and I headed to the shopping mall to get everything she needed for school. I was so excited about preparing for her school life that we ended up buying plenty of clothes, stationery, and more. We laughed and joked about how we had bought too much as we made our way home. Then, to my shock, I saw Mary standing in front of our house. Mom. Sis. Oh, welcome home, Mary greeted. It's not welcome home. What were you thinking, coming here like this? Hey, calm down. Yelling won't help. Who do you think you're blaming for all of this? First, you need to apologize to Selena. Mary glanced at Selena, but avoided eye contact. What do you want? I asked, frustrated. Well, we can't stand out here talking. Let me in the house. I'll let you know whether you ask or not. Come on, Selena. Reluctantly, I allowed Mary inside to find out what she wanted. So, this is your husband. He seems like a nice guy, Mary said, barely acknowledging him. Nice to meet you. I'm Adam. I don't know how to put this on our first meeting, but it's clear you're unfit to be a parent if you treat your child like this. Mary's face flushed with irritation. Who do you think you are, talking to me like that? You're just my brother-in-law, and you have no right to judge me. I don't care about that. You haven't even taken proper care of her. How could you neglect your own child like this? Single mothers have it tough. I did my best to raise her. You have no right to criticize me. You call that raising her? You've neglected her entirely. Mary's frustration was evident, and it was clear she didn't grasp the severity of her actions. Her lack of self-awareness left me bewildered. I turned to Selena, who seemed unable to meet Mary's gaze. Her body language showed she was both fearful and uneasy. Initially, I thought she missed her mother, but it seemed there was more to it. As I was pondering this, Mary spoke up again. You don't have any children, do you? No, but what's your point? I'm offering you this child. What are you talking about? I've already raised her through her early years. You should be grateful to get an older child now. Do you even realize what you're saying? I do. I'm giving you poor childless people a chance to have a kid. This is disgusting, unbelievable. Oh, so you don't want her? I'm not giving her back to you, no matter what. I've created a family register for her, and she's starting elementary school next month. I'll make sure she's happier with me than she ever was with you. You created a family register? Of course. Why didn't you file a birth certificate? Because then they'd know I have a child, right? I didn't want to deal with that. Without a birth certificate, she couldn't go to kindergarten or school. It's called active truancy, not worth arguing over. Mary had ended her relationship with Selena's father before Selena was born and hadn't registered the birth, trying to avoid complications and continue dating without the burden of a child. We'll keep Selena. Don't come back here. Then I want 10 million. Are you seriously trying to sell your own child? Of course, I'm selling her. 10 million is a small price. I won't pay you. Selena is not a commodity. When I refuse, Mary threatened to take Selena back and lock her up again, forcing her to use cold tap water for washing. I won't let you do that. Then it's 10 million. I can't get it for you today, so you'll have to come back later. I'll keep her here until then. Fine, I don't want to deal with her anyway. I had no intention of paying, but I lied to keep Selena safe, anticipating Mary might try to come back. Adam and I then focused on understanding Selena's feelings before deciding on our next steps. Selena, do you want to go back to your mommy? No, I don't want to go back. She scares me. She always yells at me and is mean. I don't want to go back. I see. The other day, you mentioned you wondered when your mother would come for you. It was because I was afraid that if mommy came, I'd have to return to that old house. I want to stay here forever. I understand now. I promise I'll do everything I can to make sure you stay with us. With Selena's feelings confirmed, we decided to investigate Mary's background through a private investigator Adam knew. We discovered that Mary was engaged to a prominent lawyer. We devised a plan and worked discreetly to keep Mary unaware of her actions. A week later, when everything was in place, we lied to Mary, telling her we had the money and were ready to meet. On the day of the meeting, I invited her to my house and asked my parents to watch over Selena during the discussion. Mary arrived and asked, "Do you have the money ready?" "I won't be paying you, and I'm not giving you Selena." "What? I came all the way here because you said you had the money. Now hand it over." "Do you even realize how heartbroken Selena is? And you're here trying to sell her for money? It's outrageous. How I raise my child is none of your concern. Children grow up just fine even if they're neglected. You wouldn't understand because you don't have kids." "Did you tell your fiancé about Selena?" "Of course not. He's an elite lawyer, and we're getting married next year. We'll live happily ever after. Stay out of our lives." "What do you think he'll say if he finds out what you've been doing?" At that moment, Mary's fiancé, the elite lawyer, entered the room. He said, "Tell me it's not true. Did you lie to me? What's going on here? Why are you here? You claimed you were single and childless." "I've never been married. This child was a mistake." "A mistake? You're unbelievable." "Don't you dare. I was almost married to you without knowing about your deception. I'm ending the engagement. You cheated me, so you owe me alimony." "Engagement breakup alimony? Wait, please don't leave me." "Enough. I can't marry someone who treats their child like this. I never want to see you again." "Why are you here, Rachel? You brought him here. Why did you do this to me?" Because I knew I couldn't handle this on my own, I came to consult a lawyer about Selena's case. Hearing what you said only confirmed my doubts about you. From now on, I'll represent Rachel and her family with full force. You'll regret crossing paths with a lawyer. Oh no, please forgive me. Soon, a police officer arrived at her house. I had requested an investigation into the abandonment of a child by her guardian. They had discreetly recorded our previous conversations and Mary's visit today. I had informed them of Mary's arrival. Mary was taken away by the police and arrested for child abandonment. She would be behind bars for a while. It took time and considerable effort, but eventually, after navigating through various legal processes, Selena was officially allowed to live with us. As promised, the lawyer pursued compensation from Mary for breaking off the engagement. Mary had no defense and was thoroughly defeated. After her release from prison, she lost both her fiancé and Selena. Struggling to pay the alimony, she lost her appeal and found it increasingly difficult to attract new partners. One day, she stormed into our house, crying and demanding Selena back. "She's my baby. Give her back." "What are you talking about? Selena is ours now. I won't give her back. You're no longer her guardian." "No, not mommy. Uncle and auntie are mommy and daddy. I'm here." "No. Why? I'm your mommy." Mary's desperate pleas were met with Selena's rejection, leaving her to leave in a daze, utterly defeated. I have no intention of letting her take Selena back. I hope Mary reflects on her actions and lies alone, enduring the consequences of her behavior. Meanwhile, Adam and I have moved past our painful infertility treatments. Now, the three of us are enjoying our days filled with laughter and joy. I'm deeply grateful for the happiness Selena has brought into our lives, and I look forward to spending the rest of my life showering her with love.